Hey, how's it going? Let's jump right back in. We've got our game 3 and 4 of ALCS against the Athletics here in owner mode. As you can see, we're up 2-0, and we've got our AA team also doing pretty well in the playoffs. So let's jump right in. We're 5-0 so far in the playoffs, 3-3 for the Athletics. And let's go to the second inning. And Paul Duca gets that base hit. Just kidding. It's robbed. That's a nice catch. That's a pretty sick dive. So yeah, I'm just doing some highlights for you guys. And this wasn't a great inning, so you'll see as it goes along. But if you guys have seen the last few episodes, I've been talking a lot about MLB The Show, and I'm pretty set on doing some either tutorials or just some basic gameplay of that pretty soon. As soon as my equipment starts working again. But yeah, I want to do some of that. I had a pretty good couple weeks. Jumped my Diamond Dynasty score by about 100. So now I'm in like the mid 1900s. But I only play on PS3, so if you guys play on PS3, you know that the competition's pretty weak. It's alright though, it's still fun. It still is competitive, but just not consistently. Like when you're playing guys that are in the 2000s, like 2100 and up, obviously those guys are pretty good. But it's just that for every like one of those guys that you face, it'll probably end up being like 2 or 3 people that you just end up crushing, and it just gets kind of annoying. So I do want to play some of that, play some Battle Royale probably, because that evens it out a little bit. I haven't had too much good luck with Battle Royale recently. But my reward for 6 wins last time was Dallas Keuchel, so that gave me about 2,000 stubs plus. Usually at 6 wins they give you like a silver or something, so that was pretty good. Actually I was playing, and yeah, that's a grand slam right there. That was pretty bad. So basically, what was I saying? There's a bomb for Pujols. Yeah, so Battle Royale actually yeah, so there's some plays right there. I don't know why that was in there. Oh yeah, the 9th inning, so I'm trying to make our comeback right here, and that's not going to do it. That's going to be 2 outs. And here it comes, 2 outs, and swung it one out of the zone, but base hit, so there's one guy on. Yeah, I was trying to feed my Ryan Howard rookie card to try to evolve him up to a prime flashback, and in doing so I accidentally fed him the actual rookie card into my created player, and when you do that you lose that card, and because I did that, basically I lost 13,000 stubs. So that was probably an indication that it was time to go to bed. It was pretty late, but then I had to try to get my Cano rookie card ranked up, and I had to make sure that I didn't try to end up feeding him too, because that was a pretty big bummer. So maybe I'll get him eventually, but probably not. And that's the end of the game. So we lost game 3. It's 2-1 now. But we'll pick it right back up here in game 4. We got Bruce Chen on the mound. And let's see. Starting it off again in the first inning, in the gap for Marcus Giles. He's been solid all playoffs long and all season long. He was an all-star. Trying to get him in from second base with Eric Chavez. And he ends up throwing to third base, and they can't make the play, so now it's runners on the corners with 1 out. And that just doesn't make any sense at all. So now we got Pujols up with runners on the corners. Let's see what he can do. And he lines it right to the first baseman, who takes it to the bag. So that's some pretty bad luck right there. You can't really do much in terms of base running on that one. There's a line drive. Looks like it's going to be caught, but it's not. Somehow it doesn't get past him, though. And now it's runners on first and second, so not looking too good. Gonna try to throw a changeup too low. And yeah, he kind of just moves right out of the way for him. That was probably my fault. The controller's bad, but you know, that's no excuse. Got to make that play. First rule of baseball is to catch the baseball, and it didn't happen. So now we got an early deficit. And let's see what we can do with this one. Quick 2 strikes on him. And what are we going to do right now? Try to bust him high and in with a fastball. Bruce Chen's like a 90 mile an hour fastball. That looked pretty good, but I guess it's not a strike. Not good enough. And that's another one that's pretty close. That one was a little bit more off the plate, but people have been rung up for that one before. Starting to be a good at bat. If only that was fair, it would have been a nice play. And there we go. So we go into the second. Now we're all the way. Now we're here in the second. We got runner on first, 1 out. And that's deep to left with K-line. And that's gone. Alright, so now we got that 2-1 lead. Trying to go back to back. But it's out at the warning track. Almost back to back. That would have been pretty cool. Now we got a runner on third with 1 out, and we got him to pop up. So that's a big out right there. And now we got Derek Jeter up. He is in his prime in this game, pretty much. And let's see what we can do with this guy. Oh, that's a silly looking swing after the curveball. And there's strike 3 on the check swing. So if you guys play Challenge of the Week on MLB The Show, it's pretty fun. Last couple of weeks, I've actually been like 27th place, and you need 25. You need to get 25th to get a prize, 25 and above. I got 27 like 2 weeks in a row. So I don't know. That's just a little bit of a bummer. Could have had an extra 10,000 stubs, and you can't get that on right field. So that's going to be a double with a base hit with an RBI. Yeah, so I could have had some extra stubs, but unfortunately I do not. That's a bomb for Pujols. Another one for him. He had one last game, I believe. That's a decent play. That's basically just got run through by the runner. Ghosted right through. But offense is looking pretty good right now. Get that double for Giles. He's going to try for 2. Slowed down going around first. But he makes it anyway, so that's good. And there's a base hit. Another one for Paul Duca. He is solid, although his ratings aren't that great. And Bobby Crosby, also solid without great ratings. And that is why he can hit it pretty deep. So now it's 6-1. We got a pretty good lead. Here we go to the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. Buck Leonard is up, trying to steal second base, and he makes it there. So now we got 2 runners in scoring position. They could make a game of this if they get a base hit right here. But instead we throw them out at home because that is not a good play. Well, really, it's not too bad since Chavez was going, out of play right there. So he was off balance. It was a tough play, and he made it. and almost threw him out. It was a pretty good throw. But now it's 6-2. And let's get this grounder right here. Short way to third. Got him out. Alright, so heading into the ninth. Let's get some more runs. That's a nice stab. Alright, now it's time for the for the bottom of the ninth. 6-2, we got the lead. Trying to take it to the World Series pretty soon. We got the 2-1 lead in the series, as you know. Here we go, there's one out. Trying to get to game 5. That one's pretty deep, but not deep enough. We got this one pretty easy. And here we go, base hit. Alright, let's go, last batter. Here we go. There's a 1 strike. Can we get 2 strikes? No, that's a line drive into center field. Alright, it'll take one more batter, I guess. Brad Ausmus, current manager of the Detroit Tigers. They're doing pretty average. I thought they would be a little bit better. Their starting staff has been pretty poor, and there's another base hit into center. Verlander's brought himself back, though. He was obviously Cy Young winner. I think he won the MVP one year. And then he kind of tailed off a little bit, but he's been really solid in his last few starts. Last few months, actually. After another slow start this year. But, yeah, that team's probably not going to make the playoffs. Along with the Royals, which is kind of surprising because they have a very similar team to last year. But anyway, we get that W. We are going to Game 5. And it's going to be pretty exciting. Got Game 5 coming up. And then we're hopefully going to get to the World Series. And anyway, these were just some highlights for you guys. It wasn't anything too detailed with the gameplay. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time.